Jack and Charmian lived extraordinary lives, but they couldn't have done it without family and friends. Jack's mother, Flora, was never a source of true affection, but she did recognize her son's potential as a writer. She encouraged him to enter a writing contest. She believed he could win, and he did. Flora was unable to nurse baby Jack, so Jenny Prentice was hired to care for him. Jack and Jenny remained close for life. Jenny gave Jack the money to buy his first boat. Charmian's mother died young, and Charmian was sent to live with her Aunt Netta and Uncle Roscoe. Netta was emotionally cold, musical, a strict vegetarian, socialist, and believed in free love. Netta was also a successful writer and feminist. She influenced Charmian's perception of what a woman could be. As a child, Jack found salvation in the public library. Ina Coolbrith was a literary mentor to him. When Jack was 30, he wrote Ina a letter saying, "I name you noble. That is what you were to me, noble. No woman has affected me to the extent you did. I was only a little lad. I knew absolutely nothing about you. Yet in all the years that have passed, I have met no woman so noble as you." Charmian's Uncle Roscoe gave her tools for a trade. He taught his niece shorthand and typing skills. Jack and the poet George Sterling were close friends and a source of literary inspiration to each other. Jack called poet George the Greek, and George called Jack the Wolf. Jack proposed to his platonic friend Bessie Mattern. They didn't love each other, but they felt their similar interest would make a good home for children. Widening incompatibilities became a source of increasing tension. They separated in 1903, and Bessie filed for divorce in 1904. Jack and Bessie had two daughters, Joan and Becky. Like her father, Joan grew up to be a writer and political activist. She wrote Jack London and His Times, an unconventional biography, 1939. Becky preferred to remain out of the spotlight, but she loved reading and was known for her easygoing personality. Jack was smitten with his girls, but absent for much of their childhood. In his later years, he became estranged from them. After Jack's divorce from Bess, his relationship with Charmian deepened. The crowd comprised Jack and Charmian's primary social circle. It included George Sterling, California's answer to Oscar Wilde, Jim Whittaker, a young writer that Jack was helping, Joseph Knoll, staff writer for the Oakland Herald, the journalist James Hopper, writer Joaquin Miller, painter Xavier Martinez, portrait painter Arnold Gimp, and the Partingtons, Blanche, the drama critic for the San Francisco Call, and Richard, a celebrated painter, plus an assortment of other celebrated poets, writers, singers, and photographers. Eliza Shepard, Jack's stepsister, was an anchor in both Jack and Charmian's lives. To Jack, Eliza was a kind and protective older sister. He hired her as ranch superintendent, and she played a very important role in ensuring the ranch's successful operation. After Jack's death, Charmian and Eliza remained very close and devoted to each other. Eliza ran the ranch and other business matters, while Charmian tackled literary and public relations. Members of the Shepard family became stewards of Beauty Ranch and of Jack London's legacy. After Charmian's death, Eliza's son Irving Shepard inherited the ranch and established a successful dairy operation. Later, his son Milo would step in as keeper of the ranch and help establish the vineyards you see here today. Irving and Milo worked to protect a vast number of artifacts and papers to preserve the legacy of Jack and Charmian London. Without the help of so many, the Londons would never have sailed as far, wrote so much, or dreamed as big. Without Eliza, Irving, and Milo Shepard, Beauty Ranch might not be here to see today.